forwards. B-Train out there with Green, and it's Stoudemire in at center. That's the group on the floor for Miami. It's blocked. Rubio against Green. Rubio right side. Pass to Dang. Here's Levine. And again, it's Minnesota converting. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Yeah, another thing they've done well, guys, is getting in the passing lanes. They've been active with their hands, feet have been in good position, and they've come up with a lot of steals. That's making a difference here, too.
The Heat shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Jones checked in for Minnesota. That one is no good.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Here's Levine. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Right here, over these last 10 games on the Heat schedule, this is how they stack up in the league stats. First in fewest turnovers per game. First in opponent points per game. And they're in the top half of the league in free throw shooting as well. Pretty good, but they could certainly stand some improvement there.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
And again, it's the Heat missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Jones, no luck. The Miami Heat comes into this one following a loss to the Raptors.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over. That's an example there, guys, of contesting the shot and corralling the board. That's really all you can ask of a guy at that end of the floor.
Green, no luck. The Timberwolves trail. Knocked away. And it's the Heat on the break. Bosch passes to B-Train. No good off the front iron.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Green, the pass to B-Train. Back to Green. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
They double him with Green. Levine dishes to Muhammad. Towns kicks to Zhang. Here's Levine. That three off the mark. Here's B-Train. Zhang defending. Outside, Green. The fadeaway. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Josh, you guys seemed intent on getting this win tonight. How important a game was this to this team?
Most definitely. I mean, this game is as important as the next. We really need this win. I'm pretty sure they need it too. So, you know, you expect a good show out of all of us.
Two hungry teams, no doubt about it, Josh. Thanks for the time.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Timberwolves trail by 9, so on the floor for Minnesota. Bielitsa is out there with Garnett. Then it's Jones. Then it's Gorgui Dieng. And it's Levine in at the shooting guard position. Here's B-Train. Miami no good on that time either.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And the basket by Jones.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Miami leading by 5. Over in the corner, Green. And it falls over the rim and in. Green's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Jones. Again, the miss by Jones.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Stoudemire against Garnett. Baseline J on the way. The shot by Stoudemire, no good. Timberwolves trail by 7. Jones kicks to Levine. Stoudemire grabs the miss. The Heat have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Here's Rivers. 11 feet out, and he hits it. And the Heat lead by 9. Timberwolves shooting a troubling 38% in the 3rd. Not the finest work of this offense. Garnett with a screen on Rivers. Here's Levine, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
The Heat making a switch here. Bosch is checked in. The Heat leading by 6. Here's B-Train. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. B-Train's got 14.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Jones, no one around him. From outside, off the mark. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance. The offensive rebound. Here's Rivers, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. Martin comes in for Jones. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Timberwolves trail by 10.
And this should be the last possession of the quarter.
Exactly. I'm right with you there, Greg. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. Make sure you get the last shot here.
Jang, a screen. Here's Levine, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Levine's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play. And they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been here. The Heat leading by 22. B-Train in at point guard. Stoudemire out there with Josh McRoberts. Then it's Ennis, and it's Rivers in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Outside, Martin. We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Heat.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Dwayne Wade. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And Miami has possession. Right wing. Stoudemire, the pass to Ennis. He dishes it to McRoberts. He kicks it to Ennis. 5 to shoot. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Now Jones. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
All right, now.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
And they stay there. And they stay there. And they stay there. 'Cause all I do is win. And if you go in it, put your hands in the air.
Ludacris going in on the verse 'cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't making it, my folks locked down. I never win nowhere.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Goran Dragic. And Goran, what a nice show the team put on for your fans tonight.
Yeah, great win for us, for our fans. They were amazing. This kind of games is really enjoying to play. We are hustling on every play, defense and offense, and I'm really happy that we won that game.
You enjoyed it, and we enjoyed it. Thank you, Goran. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you as always.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Dwayne Wade. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
Well, Dwayne Wade was at his best tonight, fellas. He's a ferocious competitor.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.
Forget, 2K TV is your chance to participate in the community, and this week you can win up to $1,000 VC.